Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking another look at Autoglym's Rapid Ceramic Spray, but this time we're comparing it to some products that work dry only as advertised. So last time we looked at wet coat and hybrid ceramic wax, which you're supposed to use wet. Today we're going to look at 6 other products that are dry use that it competes with in either price or use case scenario. I mean, this one, and this one are all sold in the same store that sells this here in Canada. And this is one of its competitors in the UK, Wowow's Crystal Sealant, the 3rd version. So going to look at them all. We're going to check some initial water behavior and hit them with some wash soap and then a little bit of all-purpose cleaner just to see how they all hold up under normal use cases. And yeah, see what kind of conclusion we get from there. Okay, so process is the same as usual. Products are all applied to polished and panel wiped sections. They're all identical sections, these tow hook covers. This time they were having 48 hours to cure. So we're coming up to day 2 right about now. When I did the wet and dry section one, they were checked right away because it is a wet and dry or wet application product. So it can get wet right away because it's applied wet. So this time we let them all cure because that's how they're supposed to be used in this setting. Gonna compare them all using mist and then the shower head and see how it looks. So without further ado, and now for shower. So it's decent, not the best performance I've ever seen, but not too bad. So now we're going to move on to Mcguire's Hybrid Ceramic Detailer. Just like before, Mcguire's Hybrid Ceramic Detailer, and then we've got another 5 products, which I'll just bang through quickly and put the name on the video at the bottom there. That's a damn sight better, hey? All right, on to the next 5. Okay, now that the initial water behavior is filmed, we're going to check how it does with a little bit of wash media, chemicals, stuff like that. This is Geon Bathe Essence, which is super gentle, pH neutral, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to wash it like a couple times with this and see if there's any change, and then we'll film that. And then we'll step over to Mcguire's APC, which is a fairly mild APC, but good for like bugs occasionally and stuff like that. So check between those two, see how it looks, and then conclusion. Okay, so regular wash soap has been done. I did about 5 or so passes. We're gonna see how it looks with the mist setting here and see if there's any kind of rapid beading and sheeting. And then we'll step over to the Mcguire's APC and do the same for all 5 other test sections as well. So that doesn't look like the soap has slowed either of them down, but I will give Meg's Hybrid Ceramic Detailer the edge in repellency and performance at the moment. So we're going to do the wash soap for the other 5 sections, and then we'll go over to APC. Okay, and here is the after of the wash sections. You'll see the names down at the below here. Should be fairly straightforward for those who don't know, but it is Mcguire's Ultimate Quick Wax V2, Seal and Shine V2, CMX, Total Wax Ceramic Spray Coating, and Wow Wow's Crystal Sealant. Anyway, here we go. So my conclusion to that is they're also holding up fairly well. So we'll switch it up now to the APC and see how they handle that. That is where things are probably going to get interesting. All right, here is rinsing off the APC. I think that Mcguire's has handled that a lot better than Autoglym. Now, it is outperforming it, but this isn't very far off its initial performance. Same with that, so maybe it's the same amount of degradation, but this started lower and it's still lower, so I'm gonna give the nod to Mcguire's. Let's check the rest of the sections though and finish up with conclusions. Okay, so here we are rinsing off APC on the 5 sections. Okay, final thoughts time. So what did we learn today? This smells great and is nice and slick. And that's about it. I had a really hard time believing its performance, especially considering how all these other characters price out and perform. I think the only thing that matched it in its initial water behavior level was probably the ceramic spray coating, but this is better chemical resistance. This beat it in water behavior and chemical resistance, and it's just as bad of a value at about $26 for 500 mils. This one is also 26-ish bucks, but it's 473 mils, so it's a little bit of a worse value, but it does perform slightly better. These three here are all the big guys: 710, 709, 710, and 768. This seems like the best value, even though it's a detailer, not so much a spray coating, but it held really good water behavior. It has good water behavior. It smells good. It's reasonably slick, and you get a lot of it for around 24 bucks or so, 25 bucks. This one is roughly the same price. It has really good initial water behavior, but it doesn't have a lot of chemical resistance. Its long-term durability is better than its chemical resistance, but it's also around 25 bucks. This one's about 18 bucks, about the same size. Smells fantastic, beads decently. It's okay. I've gotten about 3 months out of it in the real world. Not super scientific tests, but it's good for at least 2 or 3 months, but it's a big bottle and it's cheap. In this comparison though, V2 here does really well. It holds decent water behavior. It has decent water behavior. It's $14.99 for 473 mil. It smells better than the old one. It still smells chemically, but it's like if a grape was made out of chemicals, it's sort of what it smells like. It's easy to use. It's fairly slick. In this group, probably the jack of all trades. If I was topping coatings, I would be using this guy, but you really can't go wrong. But I have a hard time recommending this just because it's 500 mils. It's 25 bucks. It doesn't have great water behavior. It doesn't have decent chemical resistance. Still need to test it long term. I have not had it long enough, and I haven't put it on the car, but it's probably an okay topper for ceramics, but with that water behavior, I wouldn't want to put it on top of a hydrophobic coating. I would want to use something better than that. So yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it. Again, smells great, super slick, but all the other guys up here make a better case for the same or less money and for more volume. So anyway, thank you again as always for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.